Hello there, this is Thilo and I'll be your ClutterMeister for today. Let me tell you a bit about who I am and how I work. And let's start with the definition of clutter. There seems to be some disagreement what clutter is. According to the dictionary, clutter is anything that's broken, that's useless, that's in the way. So decluttering would mean, by extension, taking all of these things out of your home. Now, if it's that simple, why do people seem to have that much trouble with decluttering? Why do they stop in their tracks when they start? Why does clutter come back even after a successful decluttering session? Well, the reason for this is that that particular definition is flawed. It only looks at the physical object. It just looks at the item, but it doesn't consider that every item we have in our homes actually has some kind of emotional attachment that we have developed to it. And that includes things like the toaster in your kitchen. Well, it looks like a simple implement, but when you buy it, you not only look for the practical side of it, but at the end of the ride, you decide based on what it looks like, if it fits into your kitchen, that kind of thing. So you invest some emotion into the act of buying, and that emotion is linked to the object. So it's not just a toaster, but it's a toaster that you've made a conscious choice to bring in. Now, this conscious choice applies to everything you have, from the toaster to any artwork, passing through clothing, furniture, books, music, anything you can think of. So why is that important to realize? Because the emotion that you bring the item in with may be there very strongly in the beginning, but it quickly merges into something that I would describe as habit. You get used to having that thing around. Now, this habit grows gradually and it reaches a level that it stays at. The emotional attachment that you have very quickly disappears. There will still be emotional attachment to some items, but for most of them, they become everyday things. Now, if you can make the distinction between the two, you can decide to keep the truly emotional items, but for the ones that you're only used to having, that gives you an avenue of deciding to let go. Why is that important? You made a conscious choice to bring it in the first place. So the only way to properly let go without too much trouble is to make a conscious decision to let it go. Now, this is one thing that I can help with. Why? Because I'm not limited by the habit of seeing things in a particular way in your home. When I come in, it's all new to me, and things that do not look right or do not feel right jump out at me. I think everybody has that occasionally, but that's part of what I'm doing. Bringing that particular perspective into the process and guiding you to understand what the motivation behind a lot of your items actually is. So you can make a decision, is this ready to let go? Or is it something that I'd rather need to keep my emotional balance? Now, this is just one of the many psychological and habitual things that we need to look at when dealing with letting go of your belongings. This is something I can help with, and this is something that I propose to do in the framework of decluttering. If this is something that speaks to you, why not have a good look at the website, look at the different parts, look at a couple of videos, listen to podcasts, read the blog entries, and consider if any of this speaks to you and may be applicable to a project that you're currently doing or that you're thinking about, and you might wonder if you need help to do this. Feel free to get in touch with me by email or telephone, and thank you for listening and watching, and I hope to see you soon. That's ClutterMeister out.